I'm just hopping in the surf on the Seawall right now. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I've already been out here fishing for about, I'd say about an hour and a half, throwing around soft plastics and not catching much. The water looks super nice. Not as nice as it was last week when it was clear and blue, but it's definitely green enough that there's some trout in here. I did get a few bites. I just couldn't connect on anything. And then I got broken off really hard on like one of the hardest bites I think I've ever got. It just completely pulled my rod straight down almost out of my hand and snapped my line clean cut. So that to me is a Spanish mackerel. So I put on a spoon. Walking back out, I had to go grab a spoon from the car. Now we're gonna see if we can catch something. There's a ton of finger mullet. I mean a ton. You can see all out there. All these ripples is just huge schools of finger mullet, and they're a perfect size, like that big. Maybe a little bit bigger, but I think they look just like my spoon. So we're gonna come out here and see if we can catch anything. You can just see them in the tops of the waves everywhere. They are getting chased every once in a while, so I'm pretty sure there is some Spanish and trout out here. Now a dolphin did just come in super close, like 10 yards away. And I bet he scared away a little bit of the trout, but we'll see. The waves are picking up as the morning goes on. It was calmer earlier. Actually, it was rough this morning. I started on the beach farther down towards the west end, but it was windy this morning and rough, and that was at about 6:15 a.m. So after battling the waves for about 20 minutes, I left, came down here, and there's really no wind. It's very low winds on the Seawall right now. And it was a lot calmer, but now the waves are picking up. Nice sized waves, but it's not choppy at all. So it's definitely manageable. You just have to get out past them. We're gonna see if we can hook into a Spanish or some good trout. See what happens. Okay, well, left the Seawall. It is about 10 o'clock in the morning now. Just pulled up to the same beach I was at last week where I caught a whole bunch, and where I started this morning, but it was too rough and windy. The wind has pretty much died out today. It's still rough from the waves, but there's no wind right now. And I'll tell you what, we are farther west now than where we were at the Seawall, and the water is way cleaner here. I'm not saying it was bad at the Seawall, because it wasn't at all. It was very clean there too, but it is just a lot cleaner here. I mean, y'all are probably looking out and seeing that muddy wave right there on the sandbar, but once we get through that, it should look pretty nice. Hopefully we'll be able to get into something. High tide today, I believe, was at about 8:30. It's about 10 right now. Hopefully that tide will switch around, start pushing out hard here, so we can start catching some fish. There just wasn't much action out there in the Seawall. Did get quite a few bites early, and then got cut off. But besides that, it was pretty much dead. And this part of the beach right here, the guts are a lot more prominent and they're a lot deeper. Sandbars are a lot more prominent, I should say. Right now I'm almost to my chest, just in the first gut. And then when I come up on this sandbar, I'll probably be knee deep, if not less. This fish, I should almost be in the sandbar. If you're ever wondering where sandbars are, guys, and sandbars are where the waves are breaking usually. Right at where they're breaking is where they go up. Coming up on this one right now. But yeah, all right, made it to the sandbar. We're gonna fish out here. I'll turn the camera back on if I start getting into something. Y'all stay tuned. There we go, guys. I almost got this rod taken out of my hand. The trout, nice trout. This is my second bite.
Really?
Yeah, this is a nice trout. Real nice. Oh, he's ripping drag. Hold on, wait, he's gonna go under.
He's big.
Oh no, he's foul hooked, isn't he? Oh no.
He's hooked.
Hey!
In the net he goes, guys.
Thank you for the net job.
I'll check that out. That is like a 22.
It's a good one, for sure. That's a good first fish of the day.
Yo, check
Oh,
that
dude,
out.
the hook popped
And it was
out.
barely hooked, guys. Look at that fish.
Woo! Let's see. 20.
20.
20 on the dot. There we go. First fish of the day. Moved out to the new spot, paid off. Shove him in there. Get down in there. And he's caught. Hooked up again, guys, right here. Feels like another decent trout. It is. Definitely not as big as the last one, but still a good one. Ah! Woo! You want to net it? Thank you.
There's a big wave.
Oh, shoot. Alright, thank you.
Another good fish.
Yep. There we go. Another close to 17. Good surf trout. Put them on the stringer. Let me put them in the box. Man, what is this? Oh, a little trout. They did not shake at all. It just stayed down. Another little trout here. Not a keeper.
You want me to net it?
Nah, I'm just gonna grab him. He's small.
Nice.
Waves snuck up on us here, guys. We're battling waves. They're pretty rough. They're close together, which is what makes it hard. Little guy. Still fish though. Ugh.
Oh, lady fish.
Try to pop this hook out. That's a huge wave. Oh man. Alright, let's get back up there. We've been here about 25 minutes, guys, and I got those two fish on the stringer. Caught two undersized. I've been getting a few bites. I just got bit by something pretty dang big right here. Missed it the first time, cast it back in the same spot, bit it again, set the hook. Immediate drag pull and popped off. There's a bite. Oh! Let's cast right back in that same spot. That was a pretty good bite. A lot of times, when you get bit by a trout, if you cast back at them, they'll hit it again. You just hit it again right there. As long as, if you set the hook on them and you hook them for a second, they're not going to come back a lot of the time. But if you just feel a tap and they miss it, a lot of times you can get them to eat again. I feel like that's especially true in the surf. Fish in the surf, trout in the surf are pretty aggressive, so I think that plays a big part in it. Anyways, y'all can probably hear that wind's picking up. So hopefully I'll be able to catch a couple more and be done pretty soon here. That wind is definitely picking up out of nowhere all of a sudden. Just a little trout. Woo! Well, that is it for the fishing part of this video. I'm back at the house now, as you can tell. And I ended up with these two keeper trout right here. This one was the 20-inch, and then this one was the other about 17. So besides that, I think I ended up catching about 3 undersized trout, or maybe one that was right at, but we went ahead and let it go. The water, as y'all saw, is not as clear as in the last surf fishing video, which if you haven't seen yet, I'm going to have it linked at the end of this one. Make sure you go check that out. But it was good enough that it was holding some fish. Just an overall slower day in the surf, though. Not a whack 'em stack 'em day like we had last week. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing something different with these fish. So all I've done is I've taken all the guts out right there, squirted it out, got rid of all the blood, and then I went ahead and ripped the head off and I scaled them. So a really cool way to scale trout, guys, is to take a little spray nozzle like this right here and just squeeze it down, get it going real good, and just run it backwards on these scales like this direction. And on a trout, they have such small scales that they'll all just come right off. So what we're going to be doing with these fish is we're going to be grilling them whole. As you can see, I got the grill going up behind me. We're actually going to be smoking them, but I didn't brine them or anything. Usually if I was to smoke fish, I'd brine it for like a couple hours in some salt and brown sugar and some water. You know how it is. But today we're just gonna be seasoning them up. I have some new seasonings to try, and then we're just gonna be grilling them or smoking them or whatever. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our trout and we're going to just score it up so we can get some seasoning down those cracks. We're just going down to the backbone like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just gonna do that on both sides. Same thing with this one. And this one is super fat. Nothing like catching those big old surf trout. They definitely fight way harder in the surf than whenever they're in the bay, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna dry my hands and then we're gonna season them. Okay, so the next step is to season up our fish, and we're gonna be using a couple different seasonings. So I got an email about 2 weeks ago from somebody that wanted to send me some seasoning, and they sent me this stuff. It's Creole Boy seasoning, as you can see, and they sent me 3 different flavors right here. So we'll go through them real quick. We have the Otto's Original, which is just an all-purpose seasoning. Then we have a smoked lemon pepper, which is funny. I'm actually not a big fan of lemon pepper, but I did try this on some wings, and it's really good. You can definitely taste that it is lemon pepper, but super smoky flavor. I really liked it a lot. So that one's definitely a win for me. And then this one, which I was super excited to try whenever you told me about it, is the Rainbow Reaper. It says right here on the label, it's their spicy Cajun style seasoning with real Carolina Reaper powder. And I'll tell you what, this definitely packs a punch. I haven't tried it on anything, but you know, I put a little bit on my finger. It's pretty hot. So for one of these fish, we're gonna be using this one, because I haven't used it yet, the Rainbow Reaper. And then for the other one, we'll just use the Otto's Original, just the all-purpose. So let's go ahead and season them up. We're gonna put this on the big one. And I like a lot of seasoning. Like I said, it's pretty hot, but we're just gonna go for it. And guys, I'll have everything for this seasoning linked down below. They're not paying me to say any of this, but they sent it over, and it's pretty good stuff from the one that I tried. So I'm thinking this is gonna be good too. Make sure you season the inside. Always season the inside of your fish. There we go. That looks nice and seasoned up. Then we'll go over to the original. We'll sprinkle a healthy amount of that on this one. So the cool thing about smoking fish like this, or grilling it low and slow, is that you can really do anything with it. You can eat it just like that, or you can take it out, make fish dip with it. A bunch of different stuff you can use it for. And it lasts for quite a while afterwards. So we're gonna dump those coals out, and then we're gonna lay these on the grill and get them going. Okay, we got our coals dumped out. We're now gonna get a big old piece of foil right here. Fold it in half. We're just gonna lay this on there to lay our fish on. If we lay our fish straight on the grill, it'll probably stick. You know, it doesn't have big old scales to lay down like a redfish, so it'll still get nice and smoky. The smoke will fill it up around there, but we're just gonna lay that on. Then we're going to take our fish and set them on there. We're gonna close this up, get this closed off right here. Just open it up a little bit so we can control it, lower the heat a little bit. Same with this, should be good. And now we wait. We're gonna cook it probably about 25 minutes. Let it really kind of start to dry out a little bit, get all that smoky flavor, and it should taste pretty good. Okay, the timer just went off. It's been about 30-35 minutes right here. Looking good, simmering. I didn't put any soaked wood on the fire, so it's not smoking too much. Basically just like an oven right now. There's a little bit of smoky flavor though. But y'all check that out. I didn't put any butter or anything on it. It's just all the fat coming out of the fish. It's probably done right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it cook for about 10-15 more minutes, and then that should be done. So I just took the fish off. It's been about 45 minutes. You can see how it looks. Lots of juices coming out. It looks really good. Look at all this fat and all this juices coming out of it. So let's go ahead and give it a try. We're gonna start with the original one. Let's get us a piece of fish right there. Ooh, super white, flaky. That's what we like. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, like always, super good fish. Let's give it another taste of the skin right here with all the seasoning. That's the best part. Skin, a thick layer of seasoning, a nice crust. Let's go for that. Ooh, super good. Okay, let's move on to the spicy one now. I'm gonna start right here on the end. Same bite, same thing as the other one. Y'all look at that fish right there. Super flaky, big pieces coming apart. Still juicy on the inside. Looks really, really good. You get that bite right there. Yeah. And then just like the last one, a big old bite with all the seasoning on the top. We'll go right here. Oh, I ripped off the whole piece of skin. We don't need that whole piece. Get something like that, get some of the meat falling right off the bone. That's how we like it. Let's go for it. Yeah. Really good fish, really easy to make. The seasoning is great. Like I said, guys, if you want to check them out, I'll have everything linked down below. I have the website link to look at the seasoning, Creole Boys seasoning. Big thank you to them for sending it over to me to let me try it out. Super good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already, and if you are, like always, guys, thank you so very much. I think we're going on the boat tomorrow morning if it does not storm like it's supposed to, but y'all know how it is in the summer. Pretty much every day there's a thunderstorm. Hopefully we get in some, so y'all stay tuned for that video, but until then, that's all I got for y'all right now. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.